unofficial Universal Orlando podcast is a member of the Mice Chat Podcast Network. MicePod.com. Now, discover the universe, one theme park at a time.
Greetings, Universal fans. It's time for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, discovering more about the Universal Orlando Resort as well as Universal Studios Hollywood, Japan, and Singapore.
Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 80 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. I'm Darren. I have quite a cast to introduce today. Of course, we're brought to you in association with Mice Chat and sponsored by Be Our Guest Destinations. So let's get started. Ladies first, Tracy.
Hello.
Hunter.
I wore my dress for this occasion.
It better not match mine.
Mm-hmm. No. This is floral. That looks like a tablecloth.
Lee.
Hello.
And someone that hasn't been on for a little bit, live anyways. Eric, how's it going?
Howdy, everyone.
Welcome back, Eric.
Yay.
I am not wearing my prom dress that I wore.
Oh, you promised as well.
Great reference.
This is an important episode. It's the first time Eric and I have actually been on at the same time.
It is.
And now we duel.
Expelliarmus.
Wands
wait
at the
till
ready.
Ollivanders opens.
All right, well, before we get started, let's go on with the news update.
Hey everyone, Lee here with your news update. Mardi Gras continues at Universal Orlando, but Robin Thicke cancelled his concert on Saturday the 22nd of February, but he has said that he will reschedule the performance. If you happen to be heading out to Mardi Gras this weekend, then you can catch Collective Soul performing on Saturday. That's this Saturday, the 1st of March. Now, earlier this week, Disney raised their admission price for the Magic Kingdom, and everyone speculated on or if Universal would do the same. Well, wait not. Just days after Disney did it, Universal have raised the price of a one-day, one-park pass by $4 from $92 to $96 for an adult and from $86 to $90, that's before tax, for a child ticket. And then one last thing before we move on. Orlando Informer posted on Facebook last week that they believe, due to issues, Diagon Alley may not open in the expected June time frame, and it may be pushed back as far as August. Now, we don't normally deal in rumours, but going by what most of this show is, we thought we'd bring it to your attention. Now, Universal, as you know, have yet to make any announcement of an opening date for Diagon Alley, but we thought we'd share this to make everyone aware, just in case you happen to be making plans to make it out, or if you're crazy enough to be making it out for the opening of Diagon Alley, which everyone was speculating would be in June. So, we will endeavour to keep you as up to date with what's going on with the opening of Diagon Alley, and as soon as we know something, you'll know it. So you can keep up to date by going over and liking our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/UUO podcast, or follow us on Twitter at UUO podcast, and we'll be posting stuff on there all the time and keeping you up to date. But the best way to find out is to listen to the podcast. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get back on with the show.
In a world where the skies are clouded with ADRs, park tickets, and hotel bookings, one hero stands like a beacon of light in the darkness. Heather, at Be Our Guest Destinations. She can book all of your Universal Orlando vacation needs, and her service is free for you. If you're staying on Disney property for some reason, she can even book Universal tickets that include transportation. How awesome is that? She's also an authorized Disney vacation planner, as well as being able to book all cruise lines. So if you are planning on battling Megatron alongside Optimus Prime on the Transformers ride, or having a duff in the Springfield area, or planning even further ahead to visit Harry Potter and Diagon Alley this summer, contact Heather at 1-800-796-6240 or via email at heather@destinationsinflorida.com today, and don't forget to tell her that you're repping the UUOP. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Welcome back, and time to get on with this week's topic and what we can expect from Universal Parks in 2014 and beyond. And that's why we have Eric on the show here, the knower of all.
Knower of some.
No, knower of all, sharer of some of it.
Yeah.
So what's up, guys?
Well, obviously, one of the biggest things that it's already started, is the City Walk expansion, isn't it?
Oh, man, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that there's going to be a restaurant called Antojitos there.
Really?
Pretty good, and they're going to make masks for you.
You can find that on my new Twitter, Love to Drive.
Oh, my goodness.
Boom!
Antojitos is amazing. Oh, my gosh. Anyone who hasn't dined there yet needs to dine there ASAP.
Tell Lee.
That facade's incredible.
Looks absolutely stunning. The interior is amazing as well.
Oh, I love it. I don't know. I know a lot of people think it doesn't look pretty, but I think it does. So.
Oh, it looks a lot of fun.
Yes, there was an interesting comment on your last Mice Chat column, Eric, over it.
Yeah, there's been lots of interesting comments on Mice Chat over it.
Yeah.
No shortage of opinions on the paint job. But, when I talked to he's a VP of City Walk. Anyways, we were talking about it, and I asked about the paint job, and they are very defensive of it in the fact that, they feel this is very authentic to Tijuana and kind of northern Mexico.
Right?
So they're very proud, and they're very much pleased with the authenticity that they feel that it has. So, and I have to agree, having been to Tijuana and some other cities like Tecate and whatnot, I think it's pretty authentic. So
Cool. 'Cause I've got to say, for me, it just draws me in. And it makes me really want to go. And in fact, we've got friends who fly out
Last weekend.
Yeah, they flew out last weekend. That's how good a friend she is. Oops. Sorry, Jane. I hope you're having fun. And they're going because of what they've heard and what we've told them that we've heard.
that's awesome.
So I can't wait to hear what they think of it.
Oh,
Yeah, and it draws your eye to the corner of the park. The corner of City Walk that you normally you didn't look at before.
Well, yeah, because it looked kind of shadowy before,
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Eric, how close is it to, when we went down to Pat O'Brien's, whereabouts is it in relation to...
Okay, so, Pat O'Brien's, all right, then you kind of have the blank spot that's like an expansion area, and then you have the Groove, and then you have Antojitos.
All
So
right.
if you're on the bottom walking towards Islands of Adventure, as you have Emeralds, then you have like the walkway, and then you have Margaritaville. It's right next to Margaritaville, right there.
I've got you.
Yeah.
So,
But it looks cool. I mean, we've got two open, haven't we, so far? Red Oven and that. So
oh yeah,
what
man,
what's going to be the next one that everyone can expect to open then, Eric?
Vivo is going to be next.
That's the Italian place, isn't it?
Well, actually, Starbucks and Cold Stone will be next, but then Vivo after that.
So I know one of the ones that a lot of people are anticipating quite a lot is Cowfish. Have you got any ETA on that?
Yeah, Cowfish will open shortly after Vivo. If everything goes like I have maybe heard. So,
Excellent.
so Vivo should be after that. And then, but then during that time, we might see Menchie's open, though, right then, too. So everything will be a little bit staggered. But Cowfish, again, so Vivo will be the next big restaurant, then Cowfish after that. And then hopefully we'll get a clearer idea. And then Breadbox might be somewhere after that or right in between. So
I think staggering's the right way to go with it, though, because then
yeah,
people are going to go, oh, that one's open now. Well, we've already tried the one before. Let's try this one. And it's just going to keep filtering people.
Yeah, it's all
the
that.
next step, isn't it?
It's all that. Plus, it's also the fact that there's a lot of hiring and there's a lot of hiring and training that's going on with each of these facilities. Because again, Antojitos is a custom concept. Red Oven is a custom concept. So there's a lot of custom processes that they're creating along with training and obviously the look, feel, all the other fun stuff that goes with opening up a restaurant venue. Breadbox is a custom concept too. Cowfish, the guys from North Carolina, whatever, and so there's a lot of training going in that's happening. So
yeah,
and all of this is going to be open in time for Diagon Alley.
Yep.
Hope so. I'd just like to break it to Lee that I actually have a date planned in Vivo.
What?
Ooh.
That isn't with Lee.
Oh.
Don't I,
I don't
Sam
like the sound
Peck?
of that.
Mm-hmm.
No, Sam Peck. has invited me on a date.
I hope he's paying for you then.
He will be. He'll be very rich and famous by then. I promise. So I just have to embarrass Sam as much as possible.
So speaking of Diagon Alley, we've got I've got a little bit on that from my visits. They were running both trains on the tracks. I had to ride Rip Ride Rocket twice, which is life-threatening for me because the ascent to the top is just gets worse and worse every time I get
it's
on.
brilliant.
It is the worst.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you, Eric.
I'm going to slide right out of there one day, and you're not going to be calling it brilliant then.
Yeah.
Have you ever put like a piece of butter on a toast and it slowly starts to slide off?
One day.
That's what it feels like going up the top of Rip Ride
Yes.
Rocket.
Am I the only one on this podcast that actually likes that ride?
If they
Yeah.
updated the
Right.
tracks, then yes, I would enjoy it.
No,
But,
rip it out.
Yeah,
No.
but I rode it twice just to make sure I actually saw them moving.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What sort? Was it going fast, Darren, or was it just sort of?
No,
Choking.
they were going slow.
I will tell you this: they were testing out a train horn a few nights ago, like at 2 a.m.
Nice.
Not pleased. Like I woke out of bed, I'm like, "What the heck is that?"
So
Like,
what did
oh
it sound? Was it like a whistle or an actual
Yeah,
horn?
it was a whistle, all
So like
right.
That's like the steam whistle.
Yeah, and it like echoed throughout all the neighborhood. I was
I was gonna say
like, "Holy heck!"
They're usually a really piercing tone as well.
No, this was
Wow.
this again startled me. I was asleep in my bed, and then I hear my chickens outside going and cluck 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 cluck. And anyways, chickens weren't happy about it either. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is the start of a really good story.
We will
Exciting.
find out
Be
when we
exciting
find
to
out.
find out what it actually is. I can't wait.
it will be
Yeah.
very.
Yeah.
And
You'll be pleased either way.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
without doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
with
No, it like that's one thing is the people who are working on it are really, really proud of this show experience that's going to be happening. So they're fairly confident it's going to be something that is going to be unparalleled on a family attraction with no height limit. So
Yeah.
So excited now.
Yep. And as far as Diagon Alley itself, from Duff Gardens, I was able to zoom in with the telephoto lens there, and they had the broken out wall section completely open, and I could see into Diagon Alley, and the inside looks like it's almost coming together as much as the outside is. So it looks pretty much set. I could only see like the corner of one of the shops, like right at the front, but just from looking at that, and then just having watched all the movies again just a couple of weeks ago, it just looks spot on from what I could see.
Now, I'm trying to remember because you guys remember like the virtual presentation they put out or whatever.
Yep.
Don't you like enter through kind of like the wall gap, and then you go forward a bit, and then make like a left to go down the main kind of street area?
Do you know, I still haven't actually been on that website properly yet.
Well, it's just one of the building on the right just sticks out in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to weave around that. So that's kind of
Yeah.
where you feel like that left-hand turn is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but that I think, and that creates a little bit more space on the side for Nocturne Alley. I think that's the reasoning behind pushing that out a bit. And then also just the immersion. Because like I said, from across the park, I could see the corner of that shop. So if that area is going to stay open like that, the way it is, with the wall broken out like it is, then that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, something, Darren, I know that you saw when you went up for Mardi Gras a couple of weeks ago was the progress that's being made on the Cabana Bay Hotel, which is opening very, very shortly, I do believe. Next month?
Yeah.
oh man, they just put up the full sign there. Darren, were you able to see that?
No, I have not seen that one yet.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get photos of it. But they have the sign up now in fully electric, and it is just beautiful. It's gonna be in one of the next updates. But my goodness, that hotel is looking gorgeous.
I've got to stay there.
And it's relatively cheap. I actually priced up for coming over next year, and for what we would pay to stay on a hotel in our drive, it wasn't actually that much more to stay in Cabana Bay.
You know, it's interesting because I think back to our amazing podcast meetup that we had this past summer, where we got to listen to Russ Dagan talk to us about designing the hotel. And I keep thinking back, even though it was a jab at Disney, I keep thinking back to his design philosophy of we don't have to stick big things on the side of the building for you to understand what era this is in. And I have to say, like, as the hotel's gotten more and more complete, it is just beautiful. And it's like this modern version of like these old kind of design concepts from the 50s. And I have to say, it is just stunning and beautiful. And they, it makes Pop Century look like a joke. I'm just going to say it out like that. because it makes Disney's version look cheap and tacky, where this is very classy, and it's like half the price.
Yeah. How close to the concept art is it?
Extremely.
Brilliant. Because that concept art excited me. Yeah. So, well, you heard me.
You'll when you see it, it'll look almost photoreal, to what the concept art was.
Wow.
Oh, we have to stay there now.
Now, speaking of that meetup, then, I know that Russ Dagan mentioned they have many more hotels in the works. Anything you know about any of them, Eric? Because I have heard rumblings that there is a fifth one in the works.
Just that the plot in between Cabana Bay and Royal Pacific is the most likely location of the next hotel.
Okay. I'm intrigued with this one to see what sort of theme they go along. Cause,
I know, like, when we all were joking, and he's like, don't even ask about a Harry Potter theme.
Well, you can see by what they've already done and like what Russ said at the meet, that they're never going to go down that overly like themed route. Yeah. It's going to be themed, but it's going to be something that's not IP based.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's what I think I really like with the Universal hotels. They're very escapist in their theme. Where at Royal Pacific, I definitely feel like I'm in an island tropical location.
It really felt like that.
Darren didn't feel like that.
No, he felt like he was in a dungeon.
Well, there's something for everyone.
The hotel part, no. Like I said, the common areas were all very nice.
Yeah.
I've got to say, the lobby of the Royal Pacific really felt like you were somewhere tropical, because you could see out in all these beautiful tropical plants and the condensation running down the windows.
Well, yeah, and then
added to the effect.
Yeah, I love the common spaces at Royal Pacific, and then Hard Rock just feels like you are in like Bel Air in California, and then Portofino just feels like you're in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
For us uncultured Americans, no.
And as uncultured Brits.
But I love taking the boat to to Portofino and then getting a gelato. It's one of my favorite things.
Well, you took us over, not for a gelato, but we went over there that night, didn't we? Which was cool.
Fun.
It was magical. It was awesome.
It was cool.
I never realised you could do that.
I would never have considered just jumping on a boat and going over. At 11:30 at night.
With kids.
That was so much fun, though. I miss you guys.
Oh, don't.
You too.
But Diagon Alley's Phase 2. The Hogwarts Express, is that kind of Phase 2, Eric, or is that Phase 3?
No, Hogwarts Express is all Phase 2,
So Phase 3, the rumours that are going around at the moment, potentially is talking about getting rid of Fear Factor and replacing it with some sort of Ministry of Magic thing?
There are a lot of things being considered to replace Fear Factor.
I think a Ministry of Magic, it fits in with how J.K. Rowling's very precious over where things are. Mm-hmm. It's in London, so it's perfect place for it. And it's probably the only iconic location they've got left.
Well, something has to happen from the Amity bathroom to...
I am not flushing myself.
Men in Black.
Something has to happen from the Amity bathroom over towards Men in Black, just because the entire back portion of the Wizarding World is exposed there.
Right.
So something, something will happen, and that'll be addressed. And
Ooh, exciting!
The Ministry of Magic there.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool. Yeah.
I would love a live show. I would love to see something live like that, with Harry Potter happen. I would have loved to see that happen to Sinbad, to that theater. I would love to see. I love live entertainment in the parks, and I love good live entertainment.
Yes.
In the parks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so do we.
Darren? Am I right?
right. Yep, you're right.
Do you know with the live show as well, there's so many elements it could take. You could have dueling and that's all I've got.
Another one that I had some experience with because I went and saw Terminator 2 just recently again for the first time in a while, actually. Very, very. I mean, it's a very underwhelming experience now.
Really?
They're not using the motorcycle. I don't know if that was just that day or if that's a thing that they're not doing anymore.
But they did it when we saw it in August.
Which made the video really weird and not sync up right. It didn't have all those, the cool effect of the motorcycle driving into the...
So how did he go into the screen then, Darren?
He just kind of popped off the side, and they kind of just like ran in and like jumped in.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden there was a motorcycle in the future for them.
Unless there was mechanical issues, because things break down.
Yeah, and on top of that, there's been a motorcycle running in that room for how long?
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of rumours surrounding this, obviously, with it going from Hollywood now to be replaced by Despicable Me, whether it'll stay in Orlando or not.
Its days are numbered, Like, it's a great show. It's a great attraction. My gosh, talk about groundbreaking.
I love it,
But
and our kids love it.
I still love it too. I would love for a similar style format show to replace it, though.
Haven't heard anything though, Eric. No.
Nope. No.
It's a shame.
No, but yeah, and like the pre-show and stuff, like the video on the pre-show, while all the adults find it humorous because it's dated, but it's from a time that we know, the kids are totally zoning out during it. So I think
that's bad parenting.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
no. I mean, you got to have something to grab them, and when they're talking about technology that is around, or it's like comical technology that it's just not practically funny anymore. It is when you think of it with like an 80s mentality or 90s mentality, but not anymore. So
yeah,
Ooh.
It will take some work. But the experience itself, the 3D is still amazing.
Yeah.
Like
it is.
How stuff gets right in front of you. It's just awesome.
Like, the thing is, the story and the show is still a great show, but it's just, unfortunately, it's been dated.
Yeah.
Mind.
And then maybe on to something I've heard about recently, too. The most confusing part of the park for a lot of people, Gardens of Allah.
There's some big rumours surrounding this at the moment.
I hung around there for a couple of minutes the other day, and the comments are very interesting. You get from the southern visitors there.
Yeah.
Why do they got a Gardens of Allah in here?
Oh my gosh!
What's up with this?
I love people watching.
Yeah. I heard no less. I stood there for about 10 minutes and heard no less than 5 comments about it. But a lot of it, people, and that's the only time people notice it that I noticed. Otherwise, people are just walking right past it like they have for years.
I've got to say that's what we do. I've always thought it's very pretty. And I've often wondered what it is, but never know.
I wish I could live there.
I know, it's lovely, isn't it? It'd actually be a lovely little community.
Yeah, I think when I first visited when I was a kid, I thought that was actually apartments there.
The rumour going around is obviously with it being Universal's 25th anniversary next year that there's going to be some sort of an archive, museum-y type, boneyard type thing.
Which would be perfect for that location, because right now there's just some offices, a break room, and some storage going on in there. But that used to house the how to make a Mega Million deal or whatever.
Huh?
It used to be an attraction there. Where
Check
you
your
learned
history.
when how you learned how to write a movie script.
Yeah.
Okay.
You read my article then.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Tracy wrote about this on micechat.com, yo.
Do you know how much work I do on this podcast? I've got time to read Tracy's articles on bloody...
It didn't go to Mouse Chat yet.
But no, I think something like that...
Well,
Coming soon to Mouse Chat.
Coming soon. Anyways, I read it, and it was a great article, Tracy. And so it didn't make a lot of sense when they did something like that. So.
I think it would be epic if they did something like that. It's something we've all talked about on the show quite a lot, that they need to embrace their history.
It's like my gripe with Soundstage 44, before it got demolished and turned into Transformers. It's prime real estate in the park that needs to be utilized.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly. And yeah, having that, having it with as much as Universal changes now, and how much has changed since the original inception, having a place that, for people to remember those rides from before I think it's very important.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. Now, Eric, there's something that could be exciting me very, very much. Please tell me there is something in the rumour about the Hunger Games.
We talked
That'll
about this
do,
a
that's
while ago,
fine.
didn't we, Eric?
I'm telling you guys, I told you what it was. It's the new child drop-off area.
Yay!
I know, that'd be so. Oh my gosh, there's so many kids I'd love to see. Anyways,
Yeah, mine. One of mine especially. I'd be like, I volunteer this one.
so things were moving along really, really well, and then they hit a snag, and then I haven't heard much. So,
but it definitely was something they were looking to sign on, wasn't it?
More than just looking, they were.
I was going to say,
active.
they've got the rights to it now.
Things, yeah, they might have acquired. Things have gone a little dark on the trail for me. So,
but they tend to do that, don't they? You'll hear something, then nothing for a while, then something else will pop up, and
yeah, there were some issues with,
crossbows and things like that.
So this comes from a non-universal source. This piece of information, it comes from a source not in the state, but things got hung up on merchandising, and then Universal was less than thrilled with opening weekend receipts, but then it went on to gross more than the first Hunger Games. So anyway, things got a little complicated in negotiations.
Okay. I think it's something on the show we should do, is whether it goes in or not. I think we should have a Blue Sky episode where we come up with our ideas for a Hunger Games land.
Well, you could have like a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique where people go and they become capital.
I would love. This is what I want to do for my 40th birthday as a capital party.
Oh yeah,
I think
those would be
awesome.
amazing characers for the park too.
In the woods, larger than life, and
Tracy, we can have that drink that makes you sick, so you can throw up and just eat more all the time.
Awesome.
Oh no, we need that in the kitchen for when we do the kitchen sink challenge.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Why did we think
That's
of
immediate disqualification.
No. As long as you drink it down, you're all
that? Oh,
right.
stop.
Oh,
Let's not go there. Anyway. Actually, another
next week,
movie,
folks.
another movie franchise that I heard from someone, not a Universal source, but who's quite involved in the industry, was I heard that Universal were very close to signing on for the Star Trek franchise. I don't know whether you've heard anything about that, Eric.
Yes. J.J. Abrams has visited a few times.
Ooh.
Because people have seen him in the park.
Uh-huh.
So it is public knowledge. But then it's been something they've been working with to try to acquire. So
I think that would potentially be something they could replace T2 with.
Uh-huh.
That's a location that, or there might be things that we love that we might see get replaced.
Don't say that. Like what? No, I don't even want to start thinking now.
Don't
No.
go down this path. Don't.
My mind's gone one place, and if it is, I'm not going anymore.
Here comes
No, I knew that's what. No. If that happens, seriously, I am giving up this podcast.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do a Disney one,
especially when Darren's just started to get good at it as well.
I don't know. I had a dip. I recently had a dip.
Who knows? No. Yeah. Who knows?
Oh no!
Interesting.
Yep. So let's move on to the Kid Zone. E.T. Fievel, what's up? What's going on back there?
Please, Dad, they've splattered around so many things. Someone
Snuck in.
mentioned Smurfs, and it's just like, really?
No, I will definitely not go.
No, the Smurfs 2, how that performed killed that.
God for that.
Yeah, I would literally Smurf my Smurfs.
Though we could use tons of Smurf puns, though.
Yeah.
I'd just like to say, by the way, sorry for butting in. For anyone who hasn't noticed, Hunter hasn't spoken for a while. He's disappeared.
He's bound and
He's dropped
gagged
off
in the
Sky.
corner.
We don't know.
Vanished.
Yep.
We don't know where he is.
He's in a boot leaving the state.
Or he's in a trunk.
Oh, yeah.
I was just picturing him just hopping away in one boot.
You
He's
Americans just
funnier.
don't know
Strapping
English.
himself to Men in Black as we speak.
Yeah.
It'd be funny. I could see Hunter chaining himself out front.
Yeah, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry, continue. So yes, Smurfs, I think, what else was there? There was some really weird ones banded around for it.
Yeah. But I think, here's the thing, is I think that there is a larger strategy that Universal's working on that will either replace the Kid Zone or be a totally different product in and of itself.
I think it's a shame that they not rushed through, but they've put Despicable Me where it is, because I think that area, if they'd have done a whole Despicable Me land in there, would have been amazing.
Yeah.
I think hindsight's 2020 with that.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
had they known that Despicable Me 2 was going to generate $1 billion worldwide, I think that we would have seen what's happening in Hollywood happen here. So,
Oh no, I think you think that whole area is pretty big. It's bigger than I realised.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I it's a shame, like, because I'm seeing what's happening in Hollywood. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's so awesome, And again, like every day, like today, when I ran into the park really quick, it was 10 a.m. and it already had a 75-minute wait.
Wow.
I'm just like, God, people love the Minions. People love, this world.
Except Andy.
Well, nobody's perfect, so.
Yep.
But no,
Yeah. Oh no. I was just gonna say I rode that for the first time. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it's really cute, though, don't you think?
Yeah. And I think the theming inside is really cool too.
Yeah.
It's very awkward, which I think that's exactly what they were going for.
I love that they've got the drawing on the wall that the girls did in the
That
film.
was lovely.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
definitely.
Got a team member took out a picture,
Yeah,
stood with
she
it, didn't she?
She was lovely. Oh.
But now, I know we seem to be talking about rumours most of the time rather than stuff that's actually coming. Everyone knows about bloody Diagon Alley, don't they? Eric, Monsters Cafe has apparently been on the chopping block for quite some time.
Yeah.
And there was a rumour
Yeah.
that came up about a year ago that
Yeah.
seems to have reared its head again, that the Transformers Cafe...
Yeah, we'll see. That was there was discussion for a while about having that open with the ride. It didn't happen, obviously. And so it's just one of those things, I think, that as they're looking at how can they refresh food options, Monsters Cafe is one of the top ones, on the chopping block right now. So
It is a shame, but...
Well, but you look at like underperforming food venues in the park, and that's top of the list,
Has that
Darren,
ever been open when we've
There
been
were
there?
lines out
I
the
know.
door on the 16th.
Darren, have you ever
Yes.
been in it?
Yes, I have.
That was a daft
No,
question.
and there really, Eric's laughing. There really were lines out the door. But to be fair, there were lines out the door at every food venue that we went by. Every single one of them. But
So off the back of that then, Eric, obviously Transformers and food and drink and stuff. Are we going to get Energon?
We'll see. I know the focus has all been on Butterbeer, and then it's been on the Flaming Moe, and we've heard over and over again that it's coming, just like we've heard that talking Transformers are coming.
Well, that was where I was going to go next, because the rumours I've heard that isn't coming, and that the excuse they've given for it is due to the amount of non-English speaking visitors to the parks.
I think that's actually probably a very valid concern.
But then a lot of people have said there's as many non-English speaking visitors that go to Hollywood, yet it goes there all the time. In fact, they even had Megatron speaking Mandarin Chinese there a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
Ni hao.
So it just does, when you look at it that way, it just doesn't seem a valid point.
It might have more. I don't know. I think that probably has more to do with labor allocation and where they're wanting to spend their entertainment budget for this next year and beyond. Mm-hmm. So
I'm so disappointed that because having seen videos of the one in Hollywood, it looks amazing.
But I think that there are things coming to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter that I think you'll want people to spend their entertainment budget on
more
than enough. That. So
I'll go with that then. Yeah, I'll agree.
Big picture.
Okay.
Anything else about Universal Studios side?
Oh,
isn't The Simpsons supposed to be getting a refurb?
Oh yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, they're getting their digital projectors and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, well, we talked about that when we were over, Egg, that we complained.
I was going to say, are they going to actually oil the vehicles?
Those vehicles are horrendous. I think it was the last day before we came home, Eric, when we met you in the park. We were saying to you that those vehicles, mate, it sounded like they were falling off the arms.
Grease me up.
Oh, they were horrendous. It's like you stood in that little pre-show room listening to the slam, bang, crash, and you think, I'm getting into that.
Vibrating.
I don't think so.
Well, in all fairness, Krusty is pretty clear that the ride is about to fall apart.
This is true.
Now, if I believed that was the reason, that it sounded like that would be awesome. That is attention to detail beyond attention to detail.
I love the way they've let this ride fall apart, just like Krusty wants it to. Oh, yeah.
That's all I've heard for the Universal
Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about the Kid Zone side of things. Anything about ET? Because I know that's always rumored to be on the chopping block all the time, but it persists.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know that we've got some complaints against certain attendants telling men to move their purses.
Oh my gosh! By the way, rode ET the other night, and you can ask for some hilarious names that are pretty awesome. One was Mr. Aberdaberdaberdar. It is the funniest thing to hear ET's like, goodbye, Arberdaberdaberdaberdar. And then there's I'm trying to remember, but if you ask one of the people at ET just what are some of the hilarious names when you're getting your name next time, they'll give you one.
Brilliant.
Okay. Tip of the week.
Yes.
Is it going anywhere though, Eric? Into
not that I know of right now. It seems pretty safe for the moment.
Good.
I'm glad with that. Yeah.
Is the Spielberg contractual thing still in effect?
No, it has more to do with capacity and accessibility and all that other fun stuff. So
that's it. Well, people are still going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love that ride, and I will admit I'd be very, very sad if it went.
All right,
moving to Islands.
Yep, moving on over to Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
Yep. First of all, they've blocked off a huge chunk of land next to Hogwarts Express Station, making the Lost Continent even smaller.
Well, they've closed all those Lost Continent games down now. They've gone as well, as far as I know, haven't they?
Yeah, and there's construction walls in front of them now, so you've got like a wall of construction, like
on both sides.
Yeah, the people that have been there a lot know about the smoking section on the left-hand side right before you enter the Wizarding World. That's all gone and blocked off completely now. So the construction walls run all the way up to the entrance.
Well, that's why they've put the games in Jurassic Park, isn't it? So they could get rid of those ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
How's it looking?
Beautiful. There were some details added to the very top of the Hogwarts Express Station that will be in the Orlando Park Hopper, if people take a look. But like the weather vane is now on top, and it's looking gorgeous. So
Cool. Yeah.
So how close is it to the entrance to the Wizarding World then?
it's set back a ways, you know.
So how are they going to link that up with the entrance to Hogsmeade?
Well, they're going to reposition the entrance to Hogsmeade.
What, bring it further down into...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that'll be brought further down. Then on the right-hand side will be the ticket upgrade station, where you can upgrade your ticket from a single park to a park-to-park.
Right.
And then you'll also, again, just go through the outdoor queue, which is going to wind you down below the Dragon Challenge tracks, and then eventually into the station, where you'll then wind up to the second floor of where you'll get on the train.
I need to go out this year. It just sounds amazing.
Oh, it's going to be awesome, so.
Oh, yeah.
So, yay.
A big rumour we talked about on the show a while back, actually, and a friend of ours put us into, and it seems like it's been scaled back a little bit. I know we seem to be talking about rumours, but there's nothing really firm at the moment. It's Jurassic Park. There's been rumours flying around.
Yes. And I know that when we started talking about it too, we said there's a lot in flux.
Yeah.
And that has remained extremely true, is a lot in flux. So
it makes sense for that area to get a redo. A, it needs it, and B, with the new film coming out, it's the ideal time to do it.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
it certainly is.
Like I say, I think we talked about a while ago that the original rumours for it were something along the lines of the bit from the film where you go through and watch the bit on the screen, when they're sat in the seat and it goes in like a car and they move round and they see the eggs hatching and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was going to be an Amber Mine coaster that dropped out into Camp Jurassic, and then they were doing something else. And then the last I heard that most of that's been shelved, and a fairly loosely themed wooden roller coaster.
As far as I understand, everything is going into Kong. So
King Kong was that?
Yeah.
Now there's a segue.
Yeah. Well, I'll just put it out there. So
Right.
And that's going in between. See, this is weird to me because
I 100% agree.
I understand why they'd put it in, because obviously Hollywood's had such a bump off them adding it to that, but it just to put it in between two lands seems weird.
Well, and also lands are similar in theme too. So, with Jurassic Park and Skull Island,
But then are people going to get confused over it?
I think it's, I don't know.
Oh, is that being done on purpose?
I think it's being done on purpose. I think it's the idea that large dinosaurs, large gorilla.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea of when? Is that next year?
I'm not sure. I honestly don't know about timing, but the one thing I will say that I'm very, very excited about this is the reintroduction of an attraction with a live host.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it's almost like bringing back the Skippers in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's a lot more than Kong 360.
Right.
So it's a lot more. So.
Ooh, exciting.
I was going to say they could probably cross-promote by having, a guy in the Kong suit run over and beat up on the Tyrannosaurus photo feature. Just every once in a while. That'd be pretty great.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Now, a rumour I've been hearing on and off, we've all heard it
For
on
a
and
long
off,
time.
and on and off, and on and off. And being the Zeus fan, are we going to get a Mount Crumpet coaster?
I don't know. So the Lorax ride was fast-tracked, then shelved.
Yeah.
Is that a done, finished, never to come back, or is it still potentially there?
Never say never. It's potentially still there. But,
okay.
but
Do we know what that was going to be?
Yeah, well, it was going to be like think of the Great Spaghetti Chase in Singapore. Where it's kind of like it was kind of like Peter Pan at Magic Kingdom.
All right.
Is really, really cool concept. One that I was really excited about. Anyways, that's been shelved for the time being. And there are other concepts for that expansion pad that they're trying to move forward with. So.
But that Mount Crumpet coaster has been rumoured. I think I read it on Screamscape a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of a fan favorite.
But then there's a new Grinch movie coming out, so again, it seems the ideal time to tie it in.
Well, I think that they're again waiting to see what is the best IP to tie it to.
Yeah.
Again, I will say this about the Lorks. I find, it is a bit disingenuous to create a mass market attraction with merchandise about a film that's against, like, the disposable nature of goods and services. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Although I would like to see a Thneed actually made.
I would do.
He's looking at me, so I'm insane.
I'm trying to think what it is.
It's the multi-legged, multi-limbed onesie, basically.
Okay.
Everything you'd ever want, whatever.
Yeah.
I need a Thneed.
Everyone needs a Thneed, apparently. Yes. Oh, well, we'll see with that.
And then, another long-standing rumor, on again, off again, that we hear a lot of the time is Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last I heard, actually, Disney was supposed to have signed on it.
No.
Good.
But there's so much with this. It's like you've got, I can't remember the film company that's distributing it now. You've got their in it, and then
So it's really The Hobbit. Okay, is really what's in play.
Okay.
More than the Lord of the Rings,
right?
So it's because of the guy he actually, the main guy who owned the company, just passed away, who owns the IP company that owns the rights to the Hobbits. They've been off peddling this kind of against the Tolkien estate's wishes.
Well, they didn't even want the films made, did they?
Correct. They were not fans, whatever. So anyway, he has gotten away with his company has gotten away with basically the slot machines, the games, stuff like that, all of which they were incredibly, the Tolkien estate was very, very against. Universal's been trying to do it with them a little bit, but that really hasn't worked. Anyways, there's just been a lot of work going into this, and this is something that I do believe, and maybe someone can say I'm a moron and an idiot, but I think it's still active. So,
gotcha.
Right.
Well, I'm going to ask a quick question to everyone sat here at the moment. Do we feel that the Lord of the Rings would fit into Islands of Adventure, or is it too similar to Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, it's all the same, or is it too similar to the Potterverse?
Well, no, because there's no hobbits in Potter.
Here's the thing, though. When I saw the second Lord of the Rings, I thought, you know what? When they were in the barrel scene in the river, I'm like, that could replace Popeyes.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think it was friend of the show, Andy. He was talking about on his podcast, The Real Fans for Real Movies. He said that's a theme park ride there. It's like they've done it. There's your for anybody watching who has a theme park. There's your ride.
Exactly. Yeah, you have orcs shooting at you off the side. You have elves shooting at you.
That'll be those 25-cent cannons.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because Toon Lagoon is, we've heard more rumours about that. That it's out of date. Kids don't know who any of those characters are now.
Well, no, we were explaining it to our two, but that's American comic books as well. We didn't get too many of them over here.
But that area is huge. If you look at an aerial photograph of Toon Lagoon, Dudley Do-Right's area
it's massive.
Yeah.
Especially when you add in the wonderful theater that's never used.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. And the comic strip nature of it, that's something that I'm familiar with, and Eric would be familiar with, and everything, because we still got the newspaper when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what kid today gets newspapers?
Exactly.
You first have to explain the concept of a comic strip, and then
The only one that we're sort of aware of that I can think of, or at least that I'm aware of in Toon Lagoon, is Hagar the Horrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's about the only one that we
was in
that we did
the
get in the
local
newspapers.
rag. Oh, not the local rag, the national rag.
Yeah.
Not to mention, all those characters are now owned by DreamWorks.
Okay.
Ah,
Because King's Publishing was bought by DreamWorks a few years ago.
right. The only thing about losing Toon Lagoon is it's such a bright and cheerful and energetic place. You'd want to replace it with something that
It's
had
too
that
wet
much
for my life.
energy.
That's what she's... Oh.
That's all right, Eric, you can say that. That's fine. But it is. You've got two water rides, and then literally, that sort of corner of the park, you've got Dudley Do-Right, Bill Drap Barges, and then round the corner, the River Adventure. plus all the water play areas, my ship, the Olive. It's like, we have to have water rides in the park, and we're going to chuck them all in that corner.
I know, that's one thing. I'm not a fan of all the water rides being right next to each other. But
I am. But that means I can do them all.
So it's
and
easy
then
for
go
Tracy to get
change
past
into
them.
my clean clothes, my clean dry clothes.
There's not much else as far as islands, if I'm going to blow the big one up now then.
Oh, yeah?
There's been massive rumours for a long time, and Eric, we have discussed it, and I'm not sure whether we can talk about too much about it, but is there a third gate coming?
Yes.
Yay! Sorry.
Do you know where it's going?
Enough said.
Yeah.
No, you can say yes, and then I'm just going to say, can you tell us? And then you can say no.
Yes. And
No.
No, you can't tell us. Yeah. That's fair enough.
I'm very, very intrigued to see what route they go down. And I've racked my brains to try and think, what could they do as a concept for a third park? Because it's got to be different from anything else out there.
Back to the Future.
It's our park.
Oh.
That's it. They've been listening to our show when we did.
Here's the thing: is if this is if we were having a business discussion and it was like, like we have cornered the adult entertainment market as far as Universal's concerned, and we have the teens really wrapped up. Where is our weak spot? Where do people say, well, I would visit Universal, except
it's not family friendly?
There's not enough strippers.
Well, that's where I went when he said adult entertainment. I was thinking, what? Where are we going?
I wish.
I hardly ever see any strippers at Universal.
I've seen a few paid strippers.
And so when you hear about people's barriers to a Universal vacation, you still hear it where like, there's not a lot for my little kids to do.
But the interest, if they're going to go down that route, they've got to usurp the Magic Kingdom, and the Magic Kingdom is the most visited theme park in the world. What could they do that's going to compete with that park?
And
first
I
of all,
think
pick
that
up the
is
trash.
a great question to talk about. Is what could Universal do to chip away at the Magic Kingdom?
Right, there's another Blue Sky
I was
show
going to say,
up.
that's a good Blue Sky topic. I think we should do that.
I think we should do that.
And I think we should get the listeners involved as well, and they could come up with some ideas. I think that's an awesome idea.
Because really, if we were to all dream together...
Look at what we came up with last time.
Yeah. What concepts can everyone come up with? If it was your job and Steve Burke or Tom Williamson came to you and said, give me a concept that will help us chip away at the Magic Kingdom, what would you come up with?
Yeah. I think we need to do that.
I think that's definitely a sure topic for the future.
Yeah, for the near future.
Does this mean they're going to take out all the kid stuff from the other parks and put it over there? Because
no, because you still want a reason for people with families to go to those other parks as well.
So are they going to have a reason for adults to go to the kid park?
Yeah, kids.
Beer.
Take your kids there.
Yeah, someone's got to take the kids.
I don't have kids.
Well, then you don't have to go.
That's okay, Darren. You can come with me to
Okay,
the park.
that's really exciting. A whole new third park that I'm not interested in.
But then...
Come on, sell me on it, Mr. Malaby.
Darren, have you been the Magic Kingdom?
Beer.
I can't, I'll be honest,
I
can't sell you on it, Darren, because even I don't like the Magic Kingdom at the moment, so I'm sorry I can't.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, when I think about going to the Magic Kingdom, I feel stressed. All I think about are screaming kids, parents running their strollers into my ankles.
It's not... Yeah. It's from our perspective when we came over last year, it's not a relaxing park.
No.
It is stressful. It's exactly what you say. Me and Hunter had a conversation a while back saying that when we were at Universal, we felt like we could relax and chill and just take things at our own pace. And if we wanted to ride rides, we could ride rides. If we didn't, we just enjoyed chilling out in the Wizarding World or wherever. Yet when we were at Disney, you feel like you have to go. It's on the go all the time, and I can't stop because I need to be here, there, and everywhere.
Just think of that compounded now with magic bands beeping at you, basically telling you, we got this, do this, do this, do this. That
sounds like a nightmare to me.
No, that's not a vacation.
No, vacation's about relaxing. Not that we relax or ever kick back at all when we're on holiday, especially over there.
All I do with the Magic Kingdom is just turn left and go till I hit the Haunted Mansion and just ride that a bunch of times and then leave.
Yeah. All I would say...
Very relaxing for me.
Yeah. I would leave via Casey's Corner, though.
It's just,
I mean,
we've
give them that.
said it, haven't we, Tracy? That when, like, the difference is we went to Pinocchio's village house, we got our food and we stood there with our trays, and there literally was not a free seat in that place.
Well, again, it's a difference in kind of service, where I like getting my food at the Three Broomsticks, having someone take me to a seat.
Well, we compared it to
experience.
Fast Food Boulevard. Yeah. You go and they seat you, and that takes that stress. There's nothing worse than getting your food and then thinking, right, where the hell am I going to sit?
I agree 100%.
Yeah. Well, our food was cold in Pinocchio's village house by the time we finally got to sit down.
And it was only because there was a family there who'd kind of finished but probably would have stayed there for another 5 minutes, but saw that we were waiting and got up and let us have their table.
We did get a pretty good seat, mind.
We did get, because we were right over to Small World. Anyway.
But,
yeah.
Yep. So, anyways, enough about Disney.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get back to Universal. So yeah, we still got a little bit to go through here. So let's run through some of the rumors of the other parks here. Universal up first.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Just Universal in general.
Yeah.
Universal Hollywood, starting with Springfield.
Well, I know from reading Norm's Park Hopper recently that looks like they're getting Fast Food Boulevard and stuff.
Yeah, pared down though. So,
but that's all right.
No, it'll be great.
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome. Like they're getting the games now and some, so
brilliant.
But what do you feel? Well, we'll go on to the next one that they're getting Despicable Me, but they're getting Super Silly Funland as well.
Yeah, so they're gonna get the flat ride in Super Silly Funland and not in Springfield.
Right.
So that's where the little spinner or whatever whatever the heck they're getting is going over there. So,
okay.
But that's cool. I mean, obviously, like I know that a lot of people said the sort of comparison is that they're getting the whole of Gru's neighborhood, and that's not because we're going to be better than Orlando. It's because they've got a big off building to cover. Yeah.
Where Hollywood Boulevard hides our Terminator building here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you think about it, like that's the same space that you got to hide.
Yeah.
Which is pretty big.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. I know.
It's a good reason to go.
Yeah, definitely. And also their Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I know they're already hard at work on that.
Yeah.
Lots of rumours saying they're getting things that aren't in Orlando as well. We should have got Norm on for this as well. He knows this.
Yeah, he knows more about this. But yeah, they're definitely getting some exclusive stuff that's going to be pretty cool.
Well, I know what I heard somewhere was that they were supposed to be getting a Defense Against the Dark Arts show of some description.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I heard, because apparently it's supposed to be going into Japan as well.
Awesome.
Oh.
It's set up perfectly for it if you think about it. Like that is a stage show just there. Like even in the movies, it seems like they cut out a stage show and put it in.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like all the different things they could do, especially with ridiculous spell and that kind of thing. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But then also I know it was rumored way back that it was coming to Orlando, and it hasn't. But the Great Hall Experience as well was another one that's rumored to be going into
I'm pretty sure that is happening in Hollywood.
Okay,
so.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So someone can send a note in if it's not. So
I shall get on to Norman, because there's big rumours going. I'm taking over again.
We're used to it.
Bossy.
What are you going to do? What are you going to mention? Whisper it to me and I'll mention it.
The one the button that's there.
You mean Waterworld?
Yeah.
The redo of Waterworld. Anything on that, Eric?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly care more about Singapore.
Let's move on to
Japan
Singapore.
than I do Hollywood. So
Well, let's move on to Singapore then.
I just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, do you know anything about Kung Fu Panda going there then?
Nice segue. Very smooth. See why you're the host.
I've heard that something's being worked on. I don't know anything concrete though.
I thought the DreamWorks deal with Universal was gone now.
For Florida.
Right.
Yeah, remember, there's so many different territories and different regions with different things,
Because
you know how like American actors go to Japan and do ridiculous commercials for money?
Yeah.
they kind of do that in other places too with the theme parks and that kind of thing. You see a weird mismatch of things in different theme parks across the globe in those different areas.
Because Kung Fu Panda over there'd make good sense, especially when they've got like the Madagascar ride over there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it'd do really well, and I think I have to check out the IMDb profile, but I think it did well over there. So
yeah, anything about Despicable Me in Singapore as well?
No,
There's Minions in the park now, apparently, which everyone says is a big hint to what's going to be coming.
Yeah. I think it's fairly cheap. I don't know. I gotta find out how much it costs to build, but in Hollywood, but it can't be that expensive. Like the ride system's a fairly cheap ride system,
And they seem to be like retrofitting, or when they've got the rights to one ride, they seem to be fitting it everywhere else.
Yeah, I think because it comes back to what Steve Burke said about the expansion of the park, and this again, when anyone hears a rumor, if you vet it this way, it's a very easy way to understand if this rumor is true or not. Is to develop rides that are easy to market and sell to consumers.
Okay.
So when you think about any attraction in like that frame of mind, that puts you in the frame of mind of like, okay, like, yes, Despicable Me is very easy to market and sell.
Yeah.
And so you just kind of have to think about it like that when you hear rumors.
And of course, yeah. Anyways, with all the other parks getting it, I'm sure they're at least interested in it. Wizarding World of Harry Potter,
especially, yeah. I know for Singapore, it's been about cost, and making sure that the value add is there. So
I don't know what gives me this impression, but I think it was from the hotel that's like in the middle of it. But I always get the impression that Universal Singapore is built on a huge, tall platform, and it's like on a circular disc at the top. I think it's just from one picture I saw of the hotel. Yeah, that's there,
that's
which
funny.
is done that way. So I was like, so the immediate thing that goes in my mind is, how are they going to fit that on the disc?
Well, I'm going to give a plug to what we've got coming up in 2 weeks' time. All being well, a friend of ours will be coming on the show to talk about a trip he took to Universal Singapore last year. So,
awesome.
Any questions you've got for him, Darren? There you go.
Yep. Awesome. Good deal. And so that's about it for Singapore. Unless anybody has anything else.
I don't know.
No. And of course, over in Japan again, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Same rumours I've heard for Hollywood. They're going to get the Great Hall thing and the Defense Against the Dark Arts show.
Yeah, it should be pretty much identical.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, that will do it for this one. And remember, you have until 12 p.m. Eastern on Monday, March the 3rd, to get your answers in to win one of 3 copies of the Universal Orlando, The Unofficial Story by Nick Sim. And the question you have to answer to win a copy is, Tracy?
And it is, which classic Universal Studios Florida attraction was removed to make way for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Diagon Alley expansion?
All right.
We've had lots of entries in.
We have.
Yes, definitely impressed by that. So
yes.
And we want
get
lots
yours
more.
in too.
Yes.
Yep.
Because I'd say they are physical copies we're giving away as well, not digital downloads.
Yep, so email those answers, to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And along with anything else you have to email us. Until next week, for Tracy, Eric, Hunter, and Lee, I'm Darren, and this has been the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Good night, Internet.
That does it for another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Between shows, we'd love for you to get in touch. So email us with your spews, funny schmits, comments, questions, and news to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Keep up with what's going on every day by following us on Twitter @UUOPodcast and follow Eric in the Parks @UUOPEric. Like our Facebook page at facebook.com/UUOPodcast. Follow us on Instagram and Pinterest @UUOPodcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/UUOPodcast. And don't miss a show by subscribing to us on iTunes, and please leave us a review. Not an Apple user? Then head over to uuopodcast.libsyn.com and subscribe to the feed while you're there. You can also find us on Stitcher Radio and at micepod.com. Come find us on our partner site, micechat.com, join the forums, and say hello. So thanks for listening, and remember, be adventurous.
This has been a micepod.com presentation.
MiceChat.com